Our next legendary hero is here for September 2023. Today we'll talk about their new skills and briefly go over the 11 other heroes on the banner. It appears Elincia has ascended all the way to legendary status this year. This Elincia is back in her combat outfit with Amity. This is her Radiant Dawn attire. It is similar to her Path of Radiance appearance, which is what the OG Elincia art uses. The main difference is that white flowy cape. With Amity back, Elincia is once again a sword flyer and probably will come with excellent attack and speed stats, very little defense in her kit, so I'm not expecting anything crazy for demons to res. With that said, Gambit 4, kinda interesting if you did want something like damage reduction. Now, for her new Absolute Amity, this is an 11 might dual phase brave sword. It now has accelerated specials and Kanto 2, which is excellent to hit and run with. If Elincia is within 3 spaces of an ally, she gets +5 to all stats, extra attack and speed, and then no guard. The extra attack and speed is equal to 11 minus the foe's max special cooldown value times 2, minimum of +3 attack and speed. Basically, the lower the foe's special cooldown, the more damage and speed Elincia gets. Against those 1 cooldown swordmasters, Elincia gets an extra +9 attack and speed. Total of +14 attack and speed possibly. Very solid for a brave weapon. To get more damage, you have Slaying plus no guard. For any 2 cooldown specials, Elincia will trigger them on her second brave hit guaranteed. If you can get extra cooldown charge, you can do the same for a 3 cooldown Luna or something. Overall, it's a pretty simple weapon, but pretty powerful. For Elincia's unique C skill, Heart of Crimea, it has 3 effects. First, Elincia gives allies within 2 spaces the ability to warp to any space within 2 spaces of herself. Second, she inflicts -4 debuffs to all foes within 4 spaces. Third, every turn, if she's within 2 spaces of an ally, grants the no follow-up status to Elincia and those allies. If you like the tier 4 guidance skills and the rain or hold skills for your flyers, Elincia will not make you choose, she gets both. 2-space warping is busted, and instead of 2-space rains or 3-space hold C skills, Heart of Crimea reaches 4 spaces out and hits all 4 stats. Because it's 4 range, any ally that warps to Elincia and fights will have their foes debuffed. Last up, similar to the Guidance Force skills, Heart of Crimea provides both parts of no follow-up. However, since it's a status, you need to apply it at start of turn, and just a reminder, the no follow-up status itself has a speed check. You cannot use this one for your slower follow-up dependent units. If you haven't noticed, a lot of super fast units this year seemingly are trying to be balanced around the fact that they do not come with no follow-up in their kit. If you can outsource no follow-up from elsewhere, like Elincia here, they become very strong against slower foes. Overall though, another kind of simple skill, but it's all good stuff. Last, Elincia has a new inheritable B skill called Aerial Maneuvers. Unit can move to a space within 2 spaces of any ally within 2 spaces. At start of combat, if the user and foe's HP is above 50%, inflict -4 speed and defense on the foe, and if you're initiating, they can make a follow-up attack before the foe can counter. Basically, desperation, but more accurately, this appears to be a tier 4 dive bomb. It could potentially be a tier 4 aerobatics or flyer formation, however the icon itself is the same as dive bomb. Its combat effect also is just a better dive bomb, going from 80% HP to 50%. If this is Dive Bomb 4, it may only be usable by melee flyers. And I'll compare to something like Flow Desperation, if you don't need offensive no follow-up like Elincia, then obviously the 2-space warp ability is just excellent. You do need to always stay healthy though, and that even goes for the enemy. If you have a beast or a dragon, they can't use Flow Desperation in the first place. Now if you grab that Pirate to Barn Ephemeral we recently got, this could be a nice upgrade for that Dive Bomb user. Let's go over Legendary Elincia's whole kit and playstyle. She doesn't really do anything new, but she has a lot of good effects. Elincia is going to be a sword flyer with a dual phase brave weapon. She gets lots of attack and speed and has no follow-up and desperation to quad instantly if she outspeeds. Elincia then has no guard and slaying, which means she can pump out specials fast and consistent. In her first 2 brave hits, she can proc a moonbow. However, if she is quad attacking, she will proc her innate Dragon Fang. It's going to be on 3 cooldown with Slaying, and Elincia's first 3 hits will charge it up, while that 4th and final hit will proc it. She can do all of this uninterrupted potentially, and you could also run things like Gale Force as well. Keep in mind, no DR piercing, and no damage reduction for Elincia herself. She might be able to keep up with dodge users, but can she power through pure tanks and defensive specials? There is a decent amount of extra power for Elincia's quad playstyle. Her C-skill inflicts -4 stats, aerial maneuvers inflicts -4 speed and defense. She can get +8 up to +14 attack and speed from Amity, and Clash 4 is another 7 to 10 attack and speed while ignoring debuffs. Elincia also has amazing mobility options. She can let allies 2-space warp to her, and then she herself can 2-space warp around those allies. After attacking, you even have Gotoh 2 to retreat. With aerial maneuvers and the lack of defensive perks, Legendary Elincia is definitely a player-based initiator who wants to outspeed to get that quad. If she doesn't get the KO, she's in trouble. Along with this combative power, Elincia does bring warping, debuffs, and no follow-up status support. If you didn't get Harmonic Cadane and Lind, Legendary Elincia is another no follow-up status buffer. It's a very powerful ability. Again, so many strong speedsters really want this effect to truly become annoying. Now, infantry have a couple ways to get no follow-up, including the skill itself, but for a lot of squishy flyers and cavaliers, this is a very valuable skill. Paired very nicely with the new Desperation 4 as well. Also, a lot of attackers only get offense no follow-up. Having the defensive portion doesn't hurt anyone. Overall, Legendary Elincia isn't breaking the game with a new mechanic or effect, but she has a well put together kit and a valuable support perk. If you want to do something weird, Gambit 4 with Aether Miracle would give 40% DR with 10 true damage per hit. Not sure if that's worth losing aerial maneuver, but could be funny. Now moving on to the rest of this banner, joining Legendary Elincia in the red group is Legendary Hinoka and Rearmed Fallen Chrom. Blue has Seiros, Gilliam, and Noah. Green has Dagr, Odor, and Legendary Male Byleth. Colorless then has Gotoh, Legendary Claude, and Fallen Maria. We just went over Legendary Elincia, so no need to talk about her more. For skill fodder, she will have Attack and Speed Clash 4, which would pair nicely with her new Aerial Maneuvers Warping ability. It's going to be a bit tough to get both tier 4 skills though. Next up, Legendary Hinoka making her first return. She's a flying red archer with excellent offensive stats. Her bow has armor effectiveness, slaying and Gotoh 1. Hinoka also gets true damage based on speed, offense and a follow-up, and a fire sweep effect against green foes, or if she outspeeds. Her Rallying Cry C skills gives everyone within 2 spaces the Breath type cooldown status, and flyers also get the charge status. She can inflict long range in combat deals on any non-flying foes. For skills, Hinoka has Deadeye, Attack and Speed Catch 4, and one of the 2 Wings of Mercy 4 holders, Rearmed Plumeria, also has that skill. Now our third unit is Rearmed Fallen Chrom. High attack and speed sword cavalier with the very popular Arcane Devourer sword. It has slaying, +5 stats, breath type cooldown, 40% DR for 1 hit, and if you outspeed, you also get full no follow-up effects. Basically, some of the best perks you can get in one package for your faster units. For other fodder, Chrom has Gale Force, not listed here, Attack and Speed Clash 4, Infantry Speed Tactic, and still the only unit with Speed and Defense Snag 4. Despite inflicting -7 debuffs and the Sabotage status, I'm not sure how many players want to run Snag 4 on non-Chrom units. He is one of the better users due to Change Fate, which is altered on Fallen Chrom to Fate Unchanged. This version of it inflicts exposure on nearby foes, along with its extra action plus reposition. Overall, the red group is amazing if you want to get Legendary Elincia now. Hinoka is another strong offensive unit with good support power, and then Rearmed Chrom has one of the best arcane weapons, which a lot of units would love to steal. Moving on, for the blue group, we have Mythic Seiros, an Animal Mythic Blue Infantry Dragon. She's min-maxed for low speed. Aurora Breath grants extra attack plus a follow-up when you initiate. For defending, Seiros gets extra defense and res but follow-up denial. Wings of Light can grant 2 other Mythic heroes bonus stats for the first 5 turns. This caps at +7 to all stats on turn 5. And then for fodder skills, Seiros has Dragon Wall 3 and Mirror Impact. Decent, but not super new. Next, we have Noah, a high attack and speed lance cav who sacrifices res. Ilian Merc Lance excites specials, and each turn, Noah gives himself and his support partner the dodge and low statuses. Noah also gets +5 stats and true damage based on the foe's attack. To pair with this, he has a nice combo of Flow Guard and Alarm Speed and Defense. Ilian Merc Lance has a solo type condition like Alarm skills, so more stats with Gotoh 1. You can get solid initiations with Flow Guard. Offense and a follow-up with Guard, still a great combat combo. Double the slower tanks, hopefully delay any big special counters they're depending on. Now last up is my man Gilliam, a solid lance armor with some of the highest defense stats in the game. Gilliam offers a rare support status by giving flying allies IO'd shield. He then gets accelerated specials, extra attack, inflicts attack and defense debuffs based on his own defense stats, and 40% damage reduction for 1 hit. Gilliam offers a slew of armor skills with Sturdy Stance 3, Vengeful Fighter 4, and attack and defense near save. You can give near save plus Vengeful Fighter 4 in one go, since Ludwig has that skill as a grow unit. Now the blue group may not be that enticing, but Seiros still has a remix to get later on, and Noah and Gilliam offer some very nice skills if you don't want to use them. Next up, the green group starts off with Mythic Odor. He's a slow axe cavalier and Anima Mythic. His weapon gives Control 3 for 4 turns. Then you also get plus 6 attack, minus 6 attack on the foe, and a free follow-up attack. Odor's unique special is a self-charging Luna, basically. It then comes with some decent fodder skills, the tier 4 Do A skill for your green cavaliers, Flow Refresh, and then attack and defense menace. Our next mythic is Dagr, who's a light mythic hero, axe infantry unit. She has a nice balance of stats, and her axe grants plus 5 stats and the unity effect. Would be nice with a certain grand strategist. Dagr also has Pathfinder, which is still a strong mobility perk. From her unique B skill, she will get full no follow-up effects and minus 5 speed and defense on the foe. For skills, you can get attack and speed push 4, which has its uses, and then there's even Tempest 3 for extra mobility. Last up for green is legendary male Byleth. He's a green infantry mage who has a focus on one-shotting with his unique special. Sublime Heaven can be pre-charged thanks to Time's Pulse and accelerated specials. It deals damage based on Byleth's attack and is stronger against beasts or dragons. It also will pierce damage reduction skills, so Byleth doesn't need Special Spiral 4 like all the other mages. As for his professorial attacks, Byleth has Slang, plus 5 stats, and if he outspeeds, he gets no follow-up. He also gives the allies the no follow-up stats like effects, similar to Elincia. However, this one is in combat as an effect, so Byleth will need to be nearby. For fodder, you can get the always useful Times Pulse 3 and then attack and defense ideal 4 and low attack and res. Green, it's an okay group, but you can certainly feel the age of these units. Things like Pathfinder and Sublime Heaven are still good though, and we got remixes coming eventually. Colorless is up last, starting with Mythic Gotoh. He's a light Mythic Colorless infantry mage, super tanky. His tome grants nearby allies plus 60 of his field buffs and a status that reduces AoE special damage by 80%. Brave Corn kinda stole some of this uniqueness with her Divine Vein, but you should be able to combine both for 90% TR if you want. For his own combat, Gotoh gets Slang, inflicts minus 6 attack and res on the foe, neutralizes their attack from his field boss, he gets Null Disrupt, and heals 7 HP after combat. From his unique A skill, Gotoh would then inflict another minus 10 attack and res if he initiates or fights a ranged foe. He gets a free follow-up and has Brave Ike's Irvin effect. Gotoh will give the foe Desperation, but he has 80% TR for all attacks from the second hit onward. He will actually get 30% DR for the first hit via Guard 4, and you got Joint Distant Guard for more self and team protection. Gotoh is the only unit with Guard 4 currently, and I think it's a decent option for certain units. He may not be an armored mage, but if you have Brave Sorin, Gotoh can be a pretty fun range tank if you want some far saving. Now, next up is legendary Claude, who's feeling a little silly after his most recent ult. Failnaught and Fallen Star have to get insane refine and remixes considering what Wind Tribe Claude just showed up with. For now though, legendary Claude is a colorless flying archer. Failnaught has accelerated specials, plus 5 stats, and full no follow-up. The Fallen Star, still dang good, granted 80% DR for 1 hit when initiating, and then Claude gets a status for another 80% DR in his next fight. He also applies AoE Gravity. For stats, Claude has the solid attack and speed catch 4 and speed and defense range set. You can't really go wrong with either of those for your offensive flyers. Last up for today is Fallen Maria. We had two 80% DR abusers in this group, so naturally, Maria tops that by preventing an ally from dying. Once per map, and any ally within 2 spaces gets Miracle and a full heal after combat. If you do not bring Feud, Maria will be a nightmare to deal with. She may be a healer, but her offensive stats are amazing, and Sacrifice Staff comes with accelerated specials and Dazzling Staff. Maria gets plus 5 stats and no card as well. She has Poetic Justice to complete the combo, which is Wrathful Staff 4, and she is the sole holder of Holy Panic, which is a damage special for healers. This one is 2 cooldown, and after combat you inflict minus 6 attack and speed and panic in an AoE. For another rare healer skill, Maria has Nudge Plus, which is the healing plus shove assist. You can also get attack and speed unity and even recovery 3. Amazing unit overall. straight up resurrects allies back to full HP and is a decent secondary mage herself. Just a treasure trove of healer skills as well. Overall, Colorless pretty dang good, lots of nice skills here and 3 great units. That will be it for this month's Legendary Banner. Let me know your thoughts on Legendary Elincia, and good luck if you're planning to summon on the banner. It's getting quite chilly in my part of the world, which means the holiday season is coming up soon. We'll have another onslaught of banners sneaking up on us, so prepare your orb spending plans. Maybe you already spent them on that special 1000 Hero Celebration seasonal banner we recently got. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video.